First off, we just love and appreciate you and appreciate your heart for service and your heart for all of the brave kids that we have in our church community. And just know that you are making a difference and you are leaving a lasting impact on all of these kids that come through the doors. And we just want to say thank you for being brave kids. As one of the teachers, you will see these core values every single week. But so love God, love people, do your best, have fun. That not only goes for the children, but it goes for all of us also. It's just a good reminder. Train up your child in the way they should go. And when they are old, they will not depart from it. I love that because it reminds me that building up a firm foundation for them as a child sets them up for success for the rest of their life and as a firm foundation with their relationship with Jesus. I think back and growing up in the church and some of the Bible verses that I remember to this day are all because I learned them in Sunday school. That was what we called it when I was a kid. And I think about like the songs that we sang and how they still stick with me. And those messages have really grounded me for my life and for raising my kids in the church also. So if you don't have a why yet, I challenge you guys to find a why as to why you're here and why you're serving and why you want to make a difference with the kids. Okay, this is probably one of the most important things. and I think I've already talked to all of you guys about it, about updating your scheduling preferences and keeping that updated if anything changes, okay? The standard default in services is that, hey, use me as often as is needed, okay? Which means I could schedule you every single week if I see that on your profile. But if you only want to work one weekend, it's nice to know that. And if it's only, a certain weekend of the month, it helps us even more so that we can start scheduling out 1 to 2 months in advance. And then going along with that, so this form right here, I think everybody has filled that out, but you can click on that form and it just asks you a few questions in order to give me an idea. Then I can update your profile if you would rather not mess with that on services. So that when I go to schedule you, I can see a note like, I don't know, Adela and Javius like to be in service the third Sunday of the month together. So please don't schedule me on that weekend, something like that. But I can see it when I click on your name whenever I want to go and schedule. So that really helps us out. And then another thing about blockouts, when you guys go and schedule that, please only use it if you're going to be out of town. A lot of times Pastor Bart and Pastor Lauren look at this to see if they want to schedule an event or want to do like some filming or something in service. And if they see that a lot of people have blocked out, they think, oh, our service is going to be really light. There might not be a big crowd here. So we'll reschedule that. And then they come to service and go, oh, no, everybody was here. They just didn't want to volunteer that weekend, which is totally fine. You don't have to volunteer every weekend. But if you set that up in your scheduling preferences rather than in your blockouts, it really helps us and them. All right. And the next couple of things are just to say, I'm going to hound you down until you respond to me. I promise I won't try and hound as often or more than once a week, but it does help us out when we're trying to fill up all these spots. If you can just tell us one way or another. All right. So you may have seen this QR code over here to the left. It is on all of the Brave Kid television units. When you fold down the screen, it's right on the inside of that. And if we need to, we can put some out there with the check-in station also. But these are just to alert us to anything an action item that needs to be taken care of. Okay. If, I don't know, if for some reason like the internet wasn't working on kids check-in, or if we're out of snacks or out of water or whatever it is, if you could click on this QR code and fill out the form there, that way I will have it in writing and documented so I can then go back on Monday morning and go, oh, okay, I need to take care of this and this and this. And these are used all over our church in every area. So all of the coordinators can see them, and then we'll compile a list and we'll send it out for our coordinator meetings, and they have access to it also, so that we can all be in communication and take care of stuff as it arises. Another communication thing, if you're running late or if you need to contact somebody on Sunday morning, please just feel free to send me a text or a call. You can post in the Telegram group, but I probably will see a text faster than I would the telegram stuff. So this is just to say like, hey, I'm running late, or, I'm on my way or something. That would be great. All right. Policies and procedures. This is just to say that we strive to have 2 adults working in all areas at the same time. Most of the time now, it's going to be 1 adult and 1 student leader. But all the adults are visible because we're all good there. Student leaders, this is mostly for them to know what their expectations are. But so you guys are aware, they're there to help you. They're not just there to hang out. So feel free to ask them for assistance when you need it. All right, check-in. So we'll have the 2 check-in stations, and check-in begins at 9:45, and hopefully our teachers will all be in place at that time. We're asking parents not to leave their children unattended or to drop them off at a classroom until a teacher is in place. So the check-in attendants can help remind them of that if they come at, like 9:30 or something, wanting to leave their kids. Basically the biggest, most important thing is that they have a tag printed out and that the parents put it on the back of their shirts. For all kids in the nursery, a diaper label will automatically print out. But there's also a couple options for parents to check, like if they don't want their children to have snacks for some reason, they can check that. If they're a first-time visitor, they can check that. And all of these things will show up on the tag so that the teachers can then recognize, oh, like, hey, we have a first-time visitor, and, really celebrate them. And also to see if, they have any medical notes or alerts, or if they don't want snacks, or if they're diaper training or toilet training, I guess, or something else like that we need to be aware of. Checking out, okay, enforcing that they have to have their security tag as the church grows. This is just to help protect the children, and so that some random person is not obviously leaving with the wrong child. So they have to have, whoever's picking up the children, whether it's an older sibling or, a cousin or something, they have to have that security label from now on. One of the teachers can walk up the child to the checkout attendant that is there calling the children's names, and that person will take off their sticker and verify the code that it matches. This is, again, just to say that we start check-in at 9:45. So that we are very visible to first-time visitors and to parents. We're all going to be wearing our awesome poppy-colored shirts that say Brave Kids and that have our core values in the back. And we also have special lanyards that have a QR code on them in case anybody wants to get involved in Brave Kids. Okay, sickness, just like school, please don't send your kids sick. And this is communicated to parents also. Obviously, if you feel like a child is sick and they meet one of these criteria, you can feel free to call the parent and have them come and pick their child up. This is just to let people know what we are serving their children to eat. First aid and CPR, Pastor Bart is certified in both of those, so we meet that criteria. Restrooms, basically just saying that females will be helping children if they need assistance in the bathroom stall. Men can escort the children down there, but we ask you not to go inside the bathroom stall with children. And females only if they require and they have asked for assistance. Okay. Older kids can go down in pairs with a buddy. And the same goes for diaper changing, that only female teachers will be changing diapers. And just remember when you're changing diapers that you have gloves and you spray down and sanitize. And then nursery teachers also at the end of class, we're just asking you that you double check the diapers are clean before dismissal. All right, sanitation and hygiene, especially before snack time, teachers and check-in attendants, you can't sanitize too much, especially with cold and flu season right around the corner. So when people enter, you can encourage them to use the hand sanitizer. Parent or teachers, when they enter your classroom, you can give them a squirt of hand sanitizer. Before snack time, you can give them hand sanitizer. After snack time, or use baby wipes. Just feel free to do this as much as you possibly can. And then please sanitize all of the hard surfaces at the end of class. And of course, if you're in a nursery or the preschool class and a child is putting something in their mouth, please hand sanitize it. We have Lysol wipes or spray, and we have baby wipes also. All right, this is just to say that our student leaders will be at least 3 years older than the oldest child of the age group that they are helping with. Buddy system, again, a teacher and a child should never be anywhere alone. There should always be at least, 2 children together, and no child is to go anywhere unattended. Appropriate discipline, you all know that physical discipline is never appropriate to deal with any problems. Okay, incidents. If somebody falls down and bonks their head or gets a bloody nose or, something that is a little bit more serious than, just a little boo-boo, we can fill out this incident report. You can either come and tell one of the coordinators or one of the church leaders, and we will fill it out. Or if you happen to, save this QR code, you're more than welcome to fill this out yourself. Awareness. Okay, this whole next section is about abuse and recognizing verbal abuse, emotional abuse, and physical abuse and sexual abuse. Basically the bottom line for all of them are, if something makes you feel uncomfortable or uneasy, just err on the side of caution, okay, but also to be aware of the signs, and you can recognize if maybe if it's been thought that somebody has been violating our policies, or if abuse is taking place. All right, you all can read through all of these. Physical and emotional boundaries. So this is just to remind you that as children age, our relationship with them changes, and what is appropriate for a preschooler is not appropriate for an older child or a youth. All right. So again, if anything makes you feel uncomfortable, or if you think that something needs to be addressed, or a coordinator or pastoral staff needs to have something brought to their attention, you are more than welcome to fill out this abuse report or contact one of the church leaders. And everything that is in this report is listed in the next couple pages. This is just to say we will contact the appropriate authorities if necessary. And that is the end of this portion. Also, just thank you guys so much for volunteering. We can't express our gratitude enough. You go above and beyond every single week, and we're so grateful and humbled. And this is just to say that, hey, we couldn't do any of this without all of our volunteers. I love Walt Disney. And this is a great quote that's, like, hey, we can have all these great ideas and this wonderful vision, but it takes people to make the dream a reality.